futures all day long, turning sparks into burning light. We keep the world alive tonight. With a heartbeat, the rhythm, the rise, Maxiva's the wind beneath our skies. Entrepreneur support systems call, lifting small dreams to stand tall. With passion and drive, we never rest. We never rest.
Welcome to the Entrepreneur Support System podcast, where we tackle the real challenges that keep business owners up at night. I'm Ansel Whitmore.
And I'm Lydia Lynn. Today, we're diving into a topic that makes or breaks more small businesses than almost anything else: the difference between cash flow visibility and cash flow optimism.
This one hits close to home for me, Lydia. When I started my first business, I was the king of cash flow optimism. I'd look at my calendar, see some invoices going out, maybe a few sales calls scheduled, and I'd think, yeah, we're good this month.
Let me guess, you weren't actually good that month.
Not even close. Cash flow optimism is basically financial wishful thinking. It's when you assume everything will work out without actually tracking the numbers. You tell yourself that the client will definitely pay on time, that the sale will definitely close, and that the expense can wait another week.
And cash flow visibility is the complete opposite. It's knowing exactly how much money you have right now, how much is coming in, when it's coming in, and what's going out over the next 30, 60, 90 days. It's operating from data instead of hope.
Here's the thing that surprises people. Cash flow visibility doesn't mean you become pessimistic about your business. It actually gives you more confidence because you're making decisions based on reality.
Exactly. I remember working with an entrepreneur who seemed successful on paper. Good revenue, growing client base, nice office, but she was constantly stressed about money, always scrambling to pay bills at the last minute.
The optimism trap?
Totally. She'd say things like, well, I've got 3 proposals out there, so once those close, we'll be fine. But she had no system for tracking her actual cash position daily, no forecasting. She was literally waiting for money to appear in her account and hoping it would cover what needed to go out.
That's operating blind. And the crazy thing is, once she implemented a simple cash flow visibility system, just a spreadsheet that tracked daily cash positions and projected expenses, her stress dropped dramatically within 2 weeks.
Because she could finally see what was actually happening. She realized she needed to tighten up her payment terms, follow up on receivables faster, and adjust her spending pace. None of that was possible when she was just hoping things would work out.
So let's get practical. What does cash flow visibility actually look like in practice? First, you need to know your current cash position at all times, not what your revenue is, but what actual cash you have available right now.
That's critical. Revenue and cash are not the same thing. You can have $1 million in sales and still run out of cash if that money hasn't actually hit your account yet, or if your expenses are eating it up faster than it comes in.
Second, you need a rolling 90-day forecast. Every week, you should be looking at what money is coming in and what's going out for the next 3 months. This doesn't have to be complicated. It can literally be a spreadsheet with dates, expected deposits, and scheduled expenses. And here's where people mess up. They make their forecasts too optimistic. They put in the best-case scenario for when payments will arrive, and the worst-case scenario for when they'll have to pay their bills.
Right. For visibility to work, you need to be realistic, maybe even slightly conservative. Assume payments will be a week late. Assume some deals won't close. Build in a buffer.
Third element, you need to track your cash conversion cycle. That's the time between when you spend money on your business and when you actually get paid. In product-based businesses, it's how long from when you buy inventory to when a customer pays you. In services, it's from when you start working to when you get paid.
The shorter that cycle, the healthier your cash flow, and you can't measure what you don't measure.
Let me share a quick example. I worked with a consulting firm that had a 90-day cash conversion cycle. They'd start a project, work for 60 days, then invoice with 30-day payment terms. Meanwhile, they were paying their team every 2 weeks. Ouch. So they're spending money continuously, but only getting paid once every 3 months.
Exactly. Once they had visibility into this pattern, they restructured their payment terms to require a 50% deposit upfront and progress payments throughout the project. Their cash conversion cycle dropped to 30 days, and suddenly they weren't living deal to deal anymore.
That's the power of visibility. It shows you where the problems are so you can actually fix them. With just optimism, you'd never even see the problem. You just keep feeling stressed and wondering why you're always short on cash despite having plenty of business.
Now, some entrepreneurs resist this level of visibility because they think it'll be overwhelming or depressing. They'd rather not know how bad things might be.
But here's the paradox. Not knowing is way stressful than knowing. When you don't have visibility, every unexpected expense feels like a crisis. You're constantly anxious because you're always guessing.
When you have visibility, even if the news isn't great, you can make a plan. You can decide to delay a purchase, accelerate collections, or adjust your spending pace. You have agency.
Let's talk about some quick tools for building cash flow visibility. First, separate your business and personal finances. You can't see your business cash flow clearly if it's mixed with your personal spending.
Second, use accounting software that connects to your bank accounts. Tools like QuickBooks, Xero, or even a well-maintained spreadsheet. The key is having one place where you can see everything.
Third, schedule a weekly money meeting with yourself or with your team if you have one. 15 minutes every Monday to review your cash position, look at what's coming in that week, and flag any potential issues.
That weekly rhythm is what transforms this from a stressful annual tax time scramble into a manageable routine. It's like checking your GPS on a road trip versus driving blind and hoping you're heading the right direction.
And finally, build a cash reserve. This is the ultimate visibility tool because it gives you breathing room. Even just 1 month of operating expenses in reserve completely changes how you feel about your business.
With that buffer, you can see a slow month coming and not panic because you know you're covered. Without it, every dip in revenue feels like an emergency.
So here's the bottom line. Cash flow optimism feels easier in the short term, but it leads to constant stress, reactive decision-making, and often business failure. Cash flow visibility requires discipline up front, but it gives you control, confidence, and the ability to grow sustainably.
If you take one thing from this episode, let it be this. Hope is not a cash flow strategy. Visibility is.
Start this week. Open a spreadsheet. Write down how much cash you have today. List what's coming in and going out for the next 30 days. That's your first step towards true financial visibility.
Your future self will thank you.
And on that note, we want to thank you, our viewers and listeners, for supporting the Entrepreneur Support System podcast. Your commitment to building better businesses inspires us every single episode.
If this episode helped you, share it with another entrepreneur who needs to hear it. And we'll see you next time.
Until then, stay visible, stay intentional, and keep building.
Dreamers up before the dawn, building futures all day long, turning sparks into burning light. We keep the world alive tonight. With a heartbeat, the rhythm, the rise, Maxivas, the wind beneath our skies. Entrepreneur support systems call, lifting small dreams to stand tall with passion and drive.